Looking around your house and we're seeing small artwork, it just cheapens the whole space. I've got some clients that keep telling me, oh Didi, no, why don't we just do IKEA? And I'm like,
do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Let us elevate our spaces. It helps us mentally. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the last designer tips I shared on how to make your home look expensive without draining your pockets. If you did, please smash the like button now because this is a continuation of that video. Hit that like button and subscribe because you guys know that I always drop nuggets. Today I will be sharing 8 designer secrets that will instantly elevate your space. Tested and tried. Let's jump right into it. Number 1, use mirrors strategically. I have talked about this when I talked about making your bedroom look expensive. This also applies to any part of your house. Mirrors have a way of reflecting light and bouncing back that light. So make sure you use your mirrors strategically. I mean, if you're one of my mentees, you will know that when you come on board, I always show you the trick to using mirrors. There is a huge trick to using mirrors in any space. This is the reason why when we finish designing a home, people say, oh, Didi, this space automatically feels big. Yes, because we worked on magic. So if you use mirrors strategically, you will definitely enjoy that space and you will feel, in fact, nobody will recognize that space again. Also, when choosing mirrors, choose mirrors with interesting frames. I would always say avoid frameless mirrors. Frameless mirrors just feel bland and with no character. Okay, same goes to wall art and all that. You know, using canvas without frames and all that can make the space feel really budget friendly. So when you want to choose your mirrors, look out for mirrors with interesting frames, you know, nice frames. If you're not sure, just go black, walnut or gold. You know, just look for mirrors that have interesting frames and go for it. So mirrors will always reflect light and make your space feel even bigger and luxurious. My next point would be introduce greenery. Greenery. Some people say, oh, I can never do any plants that is not live plant. Okay, no wahala, do you. And if you can keep live plants, by all means, that's always the best option. But if you are like me, that you cannot keep live plants, please help yourself. Get artificial plants that look like real ones and add that greenery to your space. Okay, otherwise you can have little vases, you know, depending on what you want to achieve anyway. So whatever size you feel is adequate for your space, and create a bouquet of flowers with the green artificial plants and just make sure you display them in different corners. It just has a way of elevating your space. It could be on your side table, it could be on your coffee table, it could be on maybe any shelf. It always does the magic. So introduce greenery to your space. Invest in quality textiles. In my previous video, I talked about mixing the highs and the lows. This is where you have to choose your battle. You tell yourself, I can splurge in this area and then I keep it budget friendly in this area. So I would always recommend splurging when it comes to textiles. Splurge with sense, sha. But I always recommend splurging when it comes to textiles. I'll tell you why. So throw pillows, curtains, rugs in luxe materials instantly make a space feel elevated. If you go for good quality curtains, like I said, you don't have to break the bank to get the curtains, but make sure it is properly hung, and that automatically elevates the space. So as much as possible, infuse your character into your throw pillow. If you're someone that likes colors, make sure you introduce some color throw pillows with patterns, textures. They always have a way of making your space feel elevated. So be very intentional with these things. Same goes to rugs. When you bring in rugs, you ask yourself, do I want patterns? Do I want to use a rug to introduce patterns? Do I want to use a rug to introduce a pop of color in the space? Or do I just want to keep it neutral? It just depends on what you want to achieve in that that space. So be very intentional. You don't have to break the bank, but be very intentional when choosing these things, when choosing the type of rug you put in your space, when choosing how you want to hang your curtains, when choosing the type of cushion, covers, or throws. You know, those things that will eventually tie in the space. Be very, very intentional. Okay. Another point will be upgrade your hardware. I mean, this is where I fault myself, because see, hardware is the least of my problem. Okay, but if you can be very intentional about upgrading your hardware, you see the way it automatically takes your house to the next level. It just gives, you know, just when guests walk into your house, it'll be like, if the basic item like the switch can be this upgraded, then this house must be high end. Just what I'm saying. So little bits like that automatically takes your space to the next level. So swapping out basic hardware for brass, matte black, or ceramic makes even IKEA furniture look and feel high-end. I don't know, I just keep mentioning this IKEA because I've got some clients that keep telling me, oh Didi, no, why don't we just do IKEA? And I'm like,
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
I do not have any hatred for IKEA, but I just, again, do not like the idea of furnishing the whole house with IKEA. What impact are you trying to make? It just doesn't make sense. So back to what we're talking about. So swapping this hardware in your space can sometimes make even that your IKEA furniture look expensive. If you're enjoying this video, please go ahead to smash that like button and subscribe, and let us continue to enjoy this video. Please don't forget to share to anybody that needs this gospel. Stick to a cohesive color palette. Let's say, for instance, you want to style up your 3-bedroom house. You know that you're a lover of green and yellow. For instance, you've chosen your color palette. My advice is always, I'm not saying you should go ahead and, you know, style up the whole house with green and yellow. No, but my advice would be, make sure that the color palette flows throughout the house. You introduce the green and yellow in your living room. Take it, even if it's another shade of that, but make sure that it flows into the entryway into your bedroom. You might choose to go different when it comes to bedrooms. I always say this because if you have kids, your kids might like different colors and you want to infuse their personality into that room. That's fine. You don't have to say, oh, because mom likes green and yellow, I have to make my child's room green and yellow. No, I don't believe in that. I always believe in letting the kids' personality show in their bedroom. So how do you do that? If the child likes a particular color, you want to just stick to it and see how you can infuse it into their space. When we talk about letting the color flow, infuse it into your entryway, your living room, into other parts of the house, or maybe choose a color palette from that space and infuse into another room. It doesn't have to be the whole colors. So just let the color palette flow. When someone comes in, let us understand that we're looking at one particular house. Okay, that way it just makes sense and it just doesn't feel ambiguous and doesn't feel less coordinated. When your colors flow from room to room, it feels coordinated, it feels intentional, and it feels like it was styled up by a professional. That's one secret I'm sharing with you guys. I'm sharing my secret with you guys, so you guys need to hit that like button. My next point will be choose large scale artwork. You can never go wrong with large artwork. You can never go wrong. In fact, the larger the better. Large artwork can be very expensive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to get them very affordable. There are so many ways you can get them very affordable, but that's not what I'm going to be doing here. But make sure that every time you want to style up your house, you prioritize large art pieces. So don't feel that, oh, this artwork is going to feel too large for my space. No, as long as you have the space on the wall, it's just going to elevate that space and make it feel luxurious, make it feel high end. Let's say you see a big wall and then you see little frames on that wall. The first thing that comes to my mind when I see that is always, this person was really trying to cut costs. So it automatically cheapens that space. But when you are able to source large art pieces like at an affordable rate and then you use it on your wall, nobody cares whether you got it affordable. It just automatically speaks luxury. So large artwork is one way to make your home have that designer feel. Okay, so in my own analysis, One big statement piece is more impactful than 10 or lots of small pieces. It's okay if you want to create a gallery wall, that's different. But looking around your house and we're seeing small artwork, it just cheapens the whole space. So one large one, it ends up giving your room a curated gallery style feel. My next point would be layer your lighting. I shared this in the Make Your Bedroom Look Expensive video. Layer your lighting, introduce table lamps, wall sconces, floor lamps as much as you can. Designers never rely on just overhead lights. We have a way of infusing different levels of lighting through table lamp, floor lamp, wall sconces, picture light, all of them. Consider layering your light in different forms and your home will automatically feel luxurious. You guys already know I'm a lover of wall moldings. I love wall moldings a lot. If you come to my home, you're going to see wall moldings from different angles. I'm going to tell you the only disadvantage I have over wall moldings, but wall moldings or wall trims have a way of making your home feel elevated because they end up adding character to your space. So wall moldings, wall trims, or even the peel and stick ones add instant architecture and elegance, especially on plain walls. You have to be careful when you're molding the wall because wall moldings are considered to be very traditional, but then again it's okay to have some of them, but just know the style of wall moldings you're infusing on your wall. If you're more of a modern person, then you have to be sure that the wall molding style or the molding style you're infusing leans towards the modern design more than the traditional design. Okay, so it's as simple as that. But wall moldings are very good because they add character to that space. Okay, and there you have it. 8 simple designer tricks instantly make your home feel elevated and expensive. And I no try. I try you. So before we end this video, I want to hear from you. Which one of these tips are you going to be trying in your home? You can't just be sitting and listening to Didi talk. I want to hear, I want to see, or even send me pictures on Instagram, videos of what you have tried out. Like, I want to see you try out something in your space and, let us elevate our spaces. It helps us mentally. So which one of these tips are you excited to try first? Let me know in the comment section. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more tips. There are loads of them where they came from. So I am always very happy to share as long as you guys keep encouraging me. Please share to a friend who needs to hear this and let the friend share to a friend, to a friend, to a friend, to a friend. Okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Stay fabulous. Bye.